We're back.
What's going on, man?
We're talking about local services today.
That's right. So using Ahrefs data, the best blue collar local services to start in 2024. So all of this is based off of Ahrefs data. So I'll caveat with a couple of things, just understanding that domain rating and DR isn't the be all and end all. KD, keyword difficulty, isn't the be all and end all. All of these metrics we're just using as a guide to give us make some decisions with informed data as best as we can. So this with the caveat of those things. People interpret those, especially fellow SEOs, in a lot of different ways. So yeah, the best blue collar local service businesses to start in 2024.
All right. We got
Yeah,
5 months to
yeah, that's
start
it,
this and
right?
get it going.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, man, there's
Oh,
there's some good opportunities out there. That's for sure.
yeah.
So
All
yeah,
right, let's jump into it.
I'll just walk through just like the methodology and how we got to some of these. So how I came across this topic for discussion is that we currently work with more what I'd say is like white white collar services rather than blue
Yeah.
collar, even though admittedly our backgrounds are perhaps more blue than white collar. So I was like, where are there some industries where I think we can help people? So that's how I got onto having a look at this. So I was looking for niches that I thought would be easier to help clients. So the main tool that I used to do this was a tool called Ahrefs, which is a software that we use day to day.
Hmm.
What I was looking for was niches that have like a ticket price of somewhere between 2 to 20K. So the service company, their customers are paying them anywhere between 2 to 20,000 for hiring them. I was looking for if they were going to get AdWords traffic for the keywords to be less than $5 a click. And then ideally the search volume for the keyword to be 50 or more or 100 or more, ideally, somewhere about there. And then looking for websites that were ranking on the first page that have a low DR, so a low domain rating, and then a low number of referring domains, so not that many backlinks pointing to them.
Yeah.
So I thought I would let you. So here are all the niches that I came across that to me look like good opportunities. So artificial grass, masonry contractors, which is one I've never really paid attention to before, admittedly. Fencing, which is a lot of people know about that. Tree service, spray foam,
Hmm.
concrete, and then you love dogs. I also love dogs. So I included this one here as well, dog boarding. So that one's really just for you. So if you do want to chat through that one, then we can do that.
Beautiful.
So yeah, which one do you want to run through first?
Um, let's do art. Actually, let's start at the top of the list, artificial grass, because
Or
that's something that I'm actually interested in having installed and doing something in the relative future at my own place.
nice.
So,
Yeah, yeah, cool. So the way that I find these opportunities is just go over to Ahrefs, use keywords explorer, and then just restart at the top, and then artificial grass. And then the next thing we'll do is we'll go into a list of all the keywords that are related to artificial grass, which will load right here. So we've got, yeah, just over 22,000 keywords, keyword ideas straight off. So I'm just going to add a couple of filters onto this search. So the way that I start is I'll just select this tab here, so lowest DR right here, and then I'll start super low. So we're looking for sites that have, if there's a site in the top five is a DR under a DR1, so a domain rating of 1. So once we filter by this, we're going to get all the keywords where that is happening in search results. Does that, you think that makes sense, man?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's just, this is where there's like basically when you see these low DRs like that, it can shrink that time. Unlike like what you alluded to in the beginning with the white collar services, you
yeah,
rarely see that. It's a lot more
yeah, yeah,
competitive, right? So they have marketing budget to spend. They're aware of this kind of stuff, so they
yeah,
typically are more competitive. But these are opportunities where it's like you could get something up there, within a
yeah,
month or two
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
ranking.
100%. So then the next thing I'm looking for here is the geo modifier on the keyword. So if I was in a particular area and I came across one of these keywords, so you'll see here already. So Orlando, pretty big city.
Hmm.
So artificial grass Orlando, we're showing. Well, this is actually shown as a KD0, $5 CPC. Artificial grass. I guess the prices can vary depending on how much artificial grass you're needing or the quality of it as well. So
Yeah, and quality. Yep.
I think would be within that bucket. So Orlando is one here that's showing that it has in the top 10 results a site that's under a a DR1. So I'll just look into this keyword in a little more detail. So this is the data for this exact keyword. So artificial grass Orlando. So we've got the search volume that we're looking for. So over 150. We've got the CPC, the kind of CPC that we're looking for. So $5. And then we scroll down here and we'll see the results. People running ads as well, which is a nice positive sign too. We've got the map in here, and then we can see. Okay, so we've got a DR0, DR2, DR13, a DR0, all on the first page, which is something to bear in mind here is that this one is on an EMD, so an exact match domain. Then we've got like a
Yeah.
partial match here, and this one is EMD with a hyphen, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And then you'll see. So we won't do this one. So the homepage of this has 5 referring domains, which is insignificant, really. Again, here 8 referring domains. So only 8 links, and then this one actually got 13, so a lot more. So to me, if I was looking to start an artificial grass business in Orlando, there's opportunity here, based on what,
Yeah.
what we see ranking. So then if we just go in and look at one of these examples, so if we just like open this one and take a look at the site, so we'll see what we're coming up against, site-wise, design-wise. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure what you
Immediately
think of that.
notice no CTA.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Oh, there
so
you go.
we've got this
Little
little
pop
pop
up
out here.
form.
So I mean, this is a nondescript image of a kid playing what looks like soccer. Is this artificial grass he's laying there? Um, Maybe it
Looks
is.
like it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we've got
Maybe not.
yeah, fake grass that lasts. And then we're looking at how optimized is the page. Like, is this really well done? It's maybe a bit hard to read the text on here as well. So essentially, creating a website that's as good as this. I mean, it's fairly low barrier, right? So
Yeah.
which would make me think this isn't too hard. And then I'll open up this one. So again, a partial match. A little better, right? So we've got a nice font
Yeah.
here. It's Google rating. Uh, it's pet friendly. Yeah, I think around swimming pools. So this is maybe done a little bit nicer. But yeah, for me, there's definitely opportunity in artificial grass. And then, in fact, what I noticed was, let me just open this one. Let's hope I've got these right. So this is an Austin site. So artificial grass Austin looks like this. And then I think it's this
Woof.
one. Is it this one? Artificial grass, Orlando.
Ah,
Uh,
smells a little similar.
so we see something that's going on here. So that would tell me that there's maybe some rank and rent bros playing in this field with
Hmm.
a templated site here. Um, yeah, just thought artificial grass is prime for. I don't know how similar this content is either. I've not fully read through it, but yeah, huge opportunity I think for artificial grass as a business to start based on Ahrefs data in a number of locations. So Orlando is just one of those that I came across. Um, next one, next type of business you want to have a look at.
Yeah. Fencing. Fencing's
Fencing.
a good
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fencing again, same process. We would just add in this main keyword here. So fencing company, and then we will just hit enter. And then same process, we'll just like do like DR up to 1 and then apply. So then you could even go up to like a DR up to 5 or 10 or whatever on the first page and check out what's ranking there. So let's just take another city as an example. I think you were in Charleston, right? Fairly recently.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so let's just take a look at that. What's Charleston like as a city? What was it? What's going on there?
It's great. I mean, it's beautiful. Lots of history. Basically runs off of tourism and local services. So
All right,
honestly,
yeah.
I couldn't think of a better. If you're wanting to do something small business in Charleston and you
Charleston.
want to take advantage of living there,
Yeah.
like you're either doing a local service or catering to tourism. So not a lot
Yeah,
of big
nice.
industry there.
Makes so Charleston, good opportunity if you're
Yeah.
if you're in that geo. So again, search volumes right about where we want it to be. Cost per clicks is right about where we want it to be. So then if we just go down one level into this specific keyword, so fencing company in Charleston, SC, just South Carolina, right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
correct.
Um, so then we'll have a look at the sites that are ranked on the first page for this. Just come down here. So we've got we've got a DR0,
Whoa,
which is
two zeros.
oh yeah. So we've got two DR0s, first and second, with 11 and 12 referring domains respectively, or 30, 28 and 19 backlinks. So easy enough to catch them up on backlinks, and they're both DR0s. We've got another DR0, Charlotte Fencing Services, which has got one referring domain. Another DR0, a DR6, a DR6, a
I don't think
DR2.
I've
So
seen this many zeros in a top 10 before.
yeah, this is crazy. So literally, if you're in Charleston and you're thinking about starting a local service business, start a fencing one.
Boom. Yeah,
You'll
here
be
you
able
go.
be able to dominate Google compared to all of these. What I think will be helpful here is some kind of, well, yeah, there's a couple of like partial match domains ranking here. So if we just look at this one, is like it's ranking first. So can we produce something that is better than this? So um, yeah, I mean, there's no call to action buttons here. Here's one
Hmm.
actually. So there's one down here, and then the whole
What's
page is
what's
literally.
the site title tag?
Yeah, good question. So this one is Charleston Fence, Charleston, comma SC. So like, yeah, I'm not sure where the H1 is on here either. Um, it might be this thing. Let us put the finishing touch on your home. Um,
Yeah. Either way,
but
not
yeah,
optimized for sure.
yeah, there's like ample opportunity to rank for fencing business in Charleston. So if you're there, hit us up. We'll help you out.
Yeah.
Charleston, man, for fencing. Next one.
Tree service. This one, I feel like out of all of these that I see here, just on what we've come across before and projects we've done, I feel like this is probably the most competitive. So it'd be interesting to see where
Tree.
there's opportunity here. Like I know in Austin, like that's the one thing that the city really
Yeah,
protects, and there's just trees everywhere, and there's so much regulation around like trimming and removing and stuff like that. And but also
yeah,
there's just
yeah.
been so many storms in the last few years where it's like our neighbor lost an entire massive oak tree that had to have been like 50 plus years old, and it's just like
Wow.
there's just I always see people with limbs in their yards, and so it's like I know, and there's just trucks everywhere, so I know people are staying really busy locally
Yeah,
year round on this one. So
yeah, man. We just actually got our tree cut in half in our back garden.
yeah,
Preventative though, rather than anything kind of reactive. So yeah, we've done the same thing. So up to a DR1 top five, and then we're just looking for a city where we might see this. What I can actually see straight away here, which we didn't have previously, is so it's like brands, top notch tree service, Arbor tree service,
yeah,
um, Liberty tree service, which I'm guessing is another brand. So Lopez, unless that's a location. Um, Tree service, A1 tree service. So there's some brands in here, right? So
hmm
that's something worth pointing out. Whereas the last two niches, there wasn't any of that kind of thing. So let's see if we can find a city. What have we got? Let's sort of go to Fort. That could be quite a few places, right? Um, but we will.
yeah. I see some states like Texas, Pennsylvania, Florida, South Carolina, Virginia, Illinois, New York,
Got St. Louis. What
or
about this one?
Springs.
Will we check out this one? St. Louis.
Yeah, yeah. Let's do that one.
Let me open up that.
It's a big market.
Yeah, I've got no idea what the population would be there.
Oh, it's got to be.
Yes, and this is pretty big, though, right?
You got
So again,
286,000.
all right, yeah, it's fairly sizable. And so this is significantly over the search volume that we would be looking for. So, oh wait, I've clicked on out on a limb. Hold on. Okay, let's just scrap St. Louis and we'll go. What we do? Buffalo.
Buffalo. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so Buffalo. Uh, let's have a look at that, which is more in line with the volumes we're looking for. So there was 200 a month search on Buffalo.
Yeah.
200. And then we've got CPC of $3, which looks good. And then let's have a look at the SERP, see what's ranking here. So we've got a EMD with hyphens ranking first with a DR18 with 50 links, 50 referring domains. We've got Tony's Tree with a DR1 with 22 referring domains. And then did I just see another? Yeah, this one here. So ALS Tree, DR3, again, nominal amount of links. We've also got some Yelp in here as well. And this is another DR0 on the first page. So Maze Tree Service, which looks like these are places, right? Clarence, Amherst, and Buffalo.
Yeah. I know Amherst. I'm assuming Clarence is. I'm not familiar, but yeah, Amherst and Buffalo.
So just quickly look at this page. So um, yeah, so their main heading on the page is
Brilliant
in
logo.
optimized. Yeah, it's pretty good. And this page, I think it looks like they're trying to target 3 locations with the one page, which again would say that
Yep.
there's an opportunity there.
No, no.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this it wouldn't be that difficult to
Are those
produce.
service areas linkable?
Let's have a look. These ones here. No, they're
No.
just mentioned on the page here. So, yeah, to me, tree service in Buffalo, another opportunity for sure. Last one,
Um, let's go dog boarding.
dog boarding. Yeah, nice. So, I'm not sure if this would be blue or white collar. I don't know where that would sit specifically.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
there's a massive rise in like luxury, um, there's so many different words they use for it now. Like there's pet hotels, which are
yeah,
essentially the same thing. It's
yeah.
just the way they position themselves in the market. So um, you kind of span the gamut here, where it's not a high barrier to entry to run one, but
Mm-hmm.
um, but yeah, you could have a premium offering, or you know something a little more run of the mill.
I see a keyword. So this time I've went a bit higher with the DR, so up to a DR5 for this. And I guess like, unlike the other services, there's a bit more to it. You need to have like a location perhaps for dog boarding or whatnot.
Yeah,
So there would be a bit more of a startup. So where could we go? Let's like go Tampa. So we'll have a look if we wanted to start a dog boarding company in Tampa, what that looks like from how competitive the landscape is. So search volume is actually pretty high. So I guess like what you're saying, growing industry, right? Of people looking for this kind of
yeah,
service. CPC $1.60, so we can quickly test it out on ads. And then let's have a look at what's ranking here. So lots of people running ads on this, as you can see here. So must be lots of demand right now. So what have we got? We've got DR1 ranking essentially second after the map, which is pretty interesting.
yeah,
We've got a DR3 right here. Actually, I can. Yeah, this is crazy. What's happening in this SERP? We've got Reddit, which can happen from time to time in US SERPs. So just already, what I'm seeing here is this site here. So BayshorePetResort.com and New Tampa Petresort.com are both got like homepage in their title tag, and this one's got
yeah,
home. So man, like under optimized title tag straight away here. DR1 site with an under optimized title tag. And then if we actually go to the site, let's take a look at it, see what their on site is like. Okay. Oh, nice. So we've got a big hero image with no words in it, or like, so you land on this page and you're like, just presented with dog imagery, which is fine, I think, but
just a bunch of
it
yeah,
could be training, it could be dog walking, dog grooming, like it is straight away you're not seeing that it's dog boarding, or
boarding.
dog
Yep.
daycare. I see they offer other things. So this is a terrible, or it could be improved hero section. And then we've got this here. This could be an image as well, so not even words in this section. And then we've got pet resort doggy daycare. No mention of Tampa. How many times is Tampa on this page? So Tampa 4 times. Once is in the footer. So yeah, like under optimized page here for sure. And then the same was, where was the other one? Homepage. Yeah, so this one has got homepage
Hmm.
in the title tag. So similar thing. Watch your webcams. So again, a slider. I'm not particularly fond of a slider on the homepage like that,
On the
especially
hero
the hero
section.
section.
Yeah.
So I'm just at straight away. I'm like logging in to watch their webcam. We've got this part here. Then we've got weird map section
A big map.
going on. And then we've got boarding, groom, and daycare. And yeah, this some client reviews. Um, but yeah, opportunity in Tampa for dog boarding as well.
Yeah, and that
100%.
one's probably, even though it's low barrier to entry from like, I don't want to say like it doesn't take any skill, because it
Yeah.
definitely takes skill, and
Mm.
especially with staff and stuff on how to handle, a variety of temperaments and stuff. I think out of the ones that we looked at, you definitely need a facility, so there's definitely a heavy upfront investment for
Yeah.
something that has a static location, whereas grass, tree, and fencing, you know, those are ones that typically have service areas. They don't have a single location, an
Yeah.
office that they're operating out of. So definitely
Yeah.
the heaviest lift of all the of all the businesses to start. But
Yeah, man.
but you get
And
you
this,
get a lot of the other thing is that you get a lot of recurring revenue, right? So you get people who maybe do it daily, weekly, monthly. Um, so so there's a lot
mhm,
more upside there. Whereas tree service, grass is pretty much a one time. Tree
one,
service,
yeah.
you know, could be
Yeah,
hit or miss with the frequency.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, I get what you're saying. So that you're gonna, if you go on a couple of vacations or if like you're doing work stuff or whatnot, you're more likely to use dog boarding multiple
Hmm.
times a year. Yeah,
Yeah,
100%, 100%. That makes sense. Whereas all these other ones are maybe one and done kind of
yeah,
kind
and
of
like
thing.
I know in Austin we don't use any boarding facilities because we're psycho and we take our dogs everywhere we go, um, or have like a family member come and watch. But
Yeah,
I know like in Austin, there's so many of them, and even like multiples of these facilities have waiting lists.
right.
It's like I remember talking to a guy who had like a year, like he was booked a year out, like couldn't take
Wow,
on any new clients. Yeah, it's so, if you
crazy.
pick the right market, it's yeah, it could be
Yeah,
it could be
yeah,
super fruitful.
yeah, man. Dog boarding. Um, I'll just finish off. I think we've went through enough and showed the process enough there. Um, Masonry, if anyone was in Masonry, there was a couple of good exact match domains available. If you're in San Antonio or Las Vegas, there's some good domains for masonry contractors in those locations. And then there's a couple for repair in Long Island and New Jersey as well. That I came across. If you're in masonry, there's a couple of good EMDs available for that niche as well. But yeah, man,
Yeah, we should drop the
Ahrefs.
available EMDs in the description.
Yeah, yeah, good idea. Yeah, these are good ones. Even like there's like remote cleaning guys, right? So like remote masonry contractors. I don't know. Um, could be an opportunity in masonry. Um, it's not sexy or shiny, so it's probably
No.
ripe. It's probably ripe for just like someone with some acumen when it comes to marketing to sweep up essentially.
Yeah, I mean, and that's something to like. I already know a couple guys in this business that you could just be subcontracting out to them, like pick one or two
Yeah.
who do excellent work, and then you're just basically the funnel
Mm-hmm.
that's feeding
Mm-hmm.
them that work, and you're just focused on the marketing and client acquisition, which is
Yeah,
kind
hundred
of
percent.
ideal with some of the sweaty businesses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Some rank and rent, perhaps going on with these EMDs as well. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, tons of
Good.
great niches, and like this is only a small slice, this is like
Yeah,
without even doing, you know, an extensive amount of research. It's like here's some really good low-hanging fruit opportunities, and it's like it's definitely one of those things where what we kind of alluded to, which is like picking out something that you're passionate about, or that you have resources, or that you have some kind of edge, right? Besides the marketing, because the market, this is like your edge in terms of client acquisition and lead gen and getting that business. But like, you definitely want to have some kind of insider knowledge. I think a lot of people you could see, especially on Twitter, who just jump into this because they just look at the numbers and they're like, oh, the numbers make sense. But you know,
Yeah.
it's only through, trial and error that you find out all the headaches and the opportunity costs, and things like that, especially when it comes to hiring and managing and
Yeah. Nice.
employees. It can be pretty difficult. So but yeah, but like, that's like the number one thing, right? Is like, how fast can I start monetizing and get a business up and running and get revenue through the door. And so
Yeah.
these are great examples.
Yeah, I think so. So there's a few opportunities for people out there if they're looking to, start something,
Yeah. Yeah,
start
even if
something
you want us to
themselves.
look up something, like, you want to just kind of get a quick pulse on an opportunity, like reach out or comment
Yeah.
or whatever. We love doing this stuff, and we're always surprised. It's basically like, we have a hunch, or we come across something interesting that makes us want to look into this further, or we're doing work for a client and we stumble across another thing that looks super interesting. So yeah, I would love to see like people who are actively looking for some kind of opportunity like this in their particular market, or you have a particular interest in the market, doesn't matter, you're willing to go somewhere, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Be cool to take a deeper dive on that stuff.
Yeah. Good idea, man. Yeah. Always here to help. That's for sure.
All right, so what are we gonna do in the next one?
Tomorrow, so there's two things we could actually do. So we could do uh, how to guide on adding products to your Google business profile. So we could either do
Yeah.
that, or we could do a quick before and after on two of our clients in Google business profile. So like before we started working on their profile and after showing the results. So we could do either or of those things, whichever way around you want to do it.
Mm, yeah,
Um,
that's a good one. That's a
so
good
we could
question. I think maybe let's do the results,
results.
and then
Okay.
we can work it backwards and show people, like, because products was a big part of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. 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 Okay.
for a lot of the clients that we messed with, and so it's like showing them the ease of adding products and the significance of adding products, and of course, it's not just products alone that have gotten our clients
No.
where they are, but it is a big piece that I think is overlooked,
Yeah. Yeah.
when people talk
Got.
about optimizing their business profile.
So we'll show results first tomorrow, and then one of the tactics that we use once we've shared some of
Yeah.
the recent results that we've got. Yeah, just to drop it a little further. This is in big cities that have been working with clients as well in hyper competitive niches. So a lot of effort from the teams went into getting these results.
Yeah.
So yeah, be cool to just show them to let everyone see what we've been up to, and then
Yeah. Yeah, because
share
if
one
you
of
if
us.
it works in a major market and you're in a tier
Yeah,
2, tier 3, like, it's all you're doing is just stacking the
yeah,
momentum in
yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
favor.
One of our examples, I think, is third biggest city. I think it's the third biggest city in the US.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
other example we'll share tomorrow is in another huge city as well.
Yeah.
Big, big, big city. So yeah, let's do that tomorrow, man. Sounds good.
All right.
All right, man.
Copy
I
that.
appreciate it. Thanks, man.
Over and out.
Catch you.